welcome to this month's Humble Bundle Monthly. I hope you can hear me. I just got a new wireless headset because I broke my old wired headset by accident. Um, I've also been sick with a cold this week, or maybe probably a cold. But I'm feeling okay right now. I just had dinner and got everything installed, so I think we're ready to go. For this month's Humble Bundle, we have Soma, of course, which I played last month, which I really hope to get back to playing some more this month. In fact, I'll hopefully get some more playing of it tonight. It's really, really good. Soma is, it's an incredible psychological horror game. We also got the Banner Saga, and let's see which of the other ones we got here. We got Banner Saga, we got Sheltered, we got this weird game which isn't showing up on my list for some reason. Where is it? Epistory. There it is. And although I already had a copy of this, Town of Salem. Now, Town of Salem was a personal favorite of mine. I even wrote a guide for it when it first came out. The guide's a little bit out of touch with what's been going on since then. Maybe I should update it at some point. But it's a really good game. I really highly recommend that one too. I gave it up to a friend of mine who hopefully has joined us tonight, and hopefully he'll come play that one with me eventually tonight. There's also another game that this set came with, in addition to the downloadable one from the Humble Bundle. Unfortunately, I really hate wrestling games. I don't even like racing games, or sports games, the way that Rocket League is kind of both. But at least that one's tolerable and good for a few laughs. But wrestling, no. Wrestling games are definitely not my style. Okay, so I think the first one we should start off with tonight shall be Banner Story. Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. Blah, blah, blah. Gods are dead. In their wake, man and giants survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge Deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped the sun. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Period. That's what happens when your head is still kind of stuffy.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferli neðanvor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Richhorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Welcome to the stream.
Hverfið á braut! Engan eigi ég hlut af máli þessu!
You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking for a tougher fight than they bargained for. Portrait. Oh, so we're playing the Giants? Sweet. Yeah, I've heard that too. The Horned allies are a race of giants called the Varlus. Take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile can have a huge impact on your strategy. So 6 range. Okay. Level tutorials. Every tile and post and enemy target level 6, gets limited target and enemy. Either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon show the damage that's okay. Strength counts as both heals and damage. A loss of 2 strength leads to less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character fails battle. Cool. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open him up to taking more damage in the future. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Hey, Black River. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your character. Okay, that's like EXP. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up, the enemy turns are always alternate, even if you're outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield bearer's high armor. Well, that's why I do Humble Bundle monthly. It's like I try to showcase what each of the games are, and even then, after that, I upload it to YouTube, and that seems to be getting some pretty good stuff. Better than my Grishdrop Games videos that, of course, these are unedited. Removing gold tiles, the enemy can afford the usual. The cost is willpower per gold. Rock and attack, okay? They're attacking with a single enemy, but your Will Harp and special ability gives them unique advantage. Tempest! Ooh, that looks nice. Abilities to slam multiple enemies at once. Use the room of choice with A. Achievement! That made quick work of Chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only one enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get through twice in a row. Sounds convenient. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The Chieftain will rest. Like the chieftain is in some trouble, your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Use LNA to begin the attack. That's how that works. Okay. Suppose I date you.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and bar slaughter each other, even before the threats arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more threats to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair.
This one had men waylaying merchants both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wool doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head.
Hydra.
I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. You're approached by a familiar man who walks and steps to you, leaving the great hall. He cuts to the chase. There's a spirit of Strahd. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? I'm just here for the tape. Sure you'll get it, if not more. The governor tells me you've been giving us a hand. He's a bit chaotic around here, Eric. It's been worse. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scaffoldings that you didn't pack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Let me handle this. You meander through the rows of open-faced houses and the road stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches at your approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. Scaffolding's chieftain bled out an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's gonna try to kill you this time. I don't talk to. They don't talk to me. I don't have patience for this. Had sweats visibly, fumbling with dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everyone thinks I'm getting work done over this week, how am I supposed to know how much? Just a little food money, yeah? He tosses silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Had gestures meekly to the variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. The only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman up East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Hyde skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until it blows over you, figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? You were wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, I just bought them while you were walking around. Why? They look good. I'm glad you care. Ganoff goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a scaffolding. If they're licking their wounds, they probably got 2 old haunts, not new ones. Going to old haunts. Yeah. Nobleman in the mead hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. After this, I'm done here. It's not up to me, my friend. Just to make sure the governor remembers his promise, double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. You've arrived in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Velgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulders. Ready? Let's get it over with. That's the spirit, says Velgard. Okay, here we go. Velgard boots the front door open so hard it won't be closed again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scaffoldings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Leave that guy in half. Look at that. That's not good. He's a giant. He can handle himself. Guess not. Oh, I see. It's because that guy's special. Anymore, he's not. He's getting achievements. Nice. Man, the green Sonic is awesome. Suppose like dead ears. Mission. They're gone. God be damned. I better wash off this blood. Eric is see the warships approach with sails, bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Wagner. Next for vile kinship, last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I'm dealing with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down at the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Val hustle from the maid house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spare silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Wagner. Suddenly, Varel steps on the dock. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Rosslyn, abundant in purpose. Gods, you look ancient. Comes with being old. And if there's Wagner, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yucks? At what age do you lose sense of shame? Yundren demands it. I'll take that over lingering in death in Gruffleheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arbering, in fact. Ugh, my pronunciation today is horrible. Must be the effects of the cold. I'm glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red, the king of men or something on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, London. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make an alliance these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon, has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grafheim? Grafheim? Blech. Why do I keep seeing an L? Yeah, they're not easy names, but I also have issues with pronunciation, and it gets worse when I don't feel so good. But I'm feeling okay right at the moment, but I know my head's not completely clear. I'm just hoping it'll be better tomorrow. I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say is the prince is a light to behold. Where is Morg? Harkin, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mug. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludden looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. Ugh. The long road back to Grafheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Poor spiders. Weariness suddenly settles in and you chuckle to yourself. But what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Scrivener! You find Hakon in the mead house, surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess I only lived as long as a Yoxfart. I might be desperate to make something of myself, too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low struggle. Any Varl can recognize his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath to the dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Grafheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, and then step back into the cool air outside. At dawn, you're woken by delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Dawn is hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric has had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, London and his men appear groggy and disheveled. Marg steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Marg and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breaths that they are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expects you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Not easy being a giant. Everyone stops for the day. A gift, says Marge, cracking up from Recast. I'm my gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass, with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Toast to Wagner. As you raise your drink, toast the alliance between Man and Varro. The others join in. London's oppression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit back down behind Wagner. Drink merrily. It's not often that you get a chance to relax on the road. The odds of something happening to the treasure cart is low, especially in the company, so you take advantage. Your eyes regularly. The campsite already a casualty of merriment. Marg is already kicking warriors awake when you spot London stalking in your direction. Besides that sleeping bodies, better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's London. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Gruffin? Ha! We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come on, I'll show you on a map. Now, these are nice maps. We head north, then east, past the fort. Rotham's far from Strand. Gonna be a long march. You should have drank last night, London. This is not Middle Earth. It's more like, anyway. Why not take the ships to Zemerstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skymerstead. You saw Hobbiton? I didn't see Hobbiton. But maybe I wasn't looking for it. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? London exhales to the nose, poorly disguising his contempt. He turns and backs aside the tent flaps and goes barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the ant here, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off, too. London's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedrefil if we're lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan during travel. You can go to camp anytime by tapping camp button and travel HUD. Blah, blah, blah. New training. No, that was a violent attack. Oh, that's not bad. Nice. I think I lost someone good? Oh, well, somebody knocked over, but this is just a training tent. I thought you were talking about something else. Achievement.
Vedrfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Ignore me, I'm still a bit confused. It's been a long week, even though I had to spend one of those days on the couch. I mean, I spent 3 days sick at work, and that's not good. I had rugs. There's a lot of viral for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back I sent orders to Strand about cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it thinks I'm here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boys have seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scaffolding's out there, maybe? Could they have some viral working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The pleasant spit, his eyes anxiously darting about the caravan as he sets up the tent. We'll be here no more than a day. There's a silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of viral? Are you serious? Never even in the south. Thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hundred hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's London? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Kettle! Oh yeah, that little stupid human guy. Yeah, and anytime will automatically make a path, but you can put waypoints. Did make a waypoint. Crossing is when you to avoid certain tiles. Press A here to finish moving. Steering can attack diagonally and up 2 tiles away. Yay! Press D-pad up to compare your stats to your enemies. Okay. Target this enemy with an attack using elements. Okay. Block check on each enemy. Attack this enemy strength. Okay. Selected attack unit damage. Here on you with St. Cash. You fail catastrophically jump break armor. Damaging both strength and armor equally is important. Well, bye-bye little prince dude. Well, if people decide to come attack these armored Vrels, guys. Still a bit under the weather, but well enough to work on the stream tonight. How are you doing? We need to destroy the armor of these guys. Oh, you can't? It's just a new headset. I'm still trying to work it out, but of course I've also got... I can barely hear myself talk anyway, so... The volume is kind of turned up. It's not going well. Armor thingy. Need to destroy that guy's armor before it's going. That's not a good sign. Yeah, got him before he could do anything else. He got his armor destroyed. Bye, armor. No more armor on this guy. You're trying to get yourself killed, London. What are you doing? I was trying to find a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break the armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hacken goes to where Wagner lies face down. The future Valkane lies motionless, aside from the spreading pool of blood. Aw. Okay, so that was the prince. Wagner's dead. Nope. Looks like a good breaking point. Time for me to start into another game as soon as I get to the save point. Come from? Stay good. Other characters. Deployment happens for the battle. Select the units. Rook and let for them to deploy them. The battle is squares. Oh, okay, cool. He has got weapons. That close to it when the attack happens, right there. There we go, that should get him. Gotcha. Close line 30 feet. Was that a dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, spilled most of your supplies, you could see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glanced in that direction. Oh, that's food. That's the last we were going to get before the winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. You think you can handle more of them? No, Dad. I mean, we're already lucky to be alive. I know. It's okay. Let's get back to Scourge. Supplies are from the food and other goods to keep everyone alive on the road. Once supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people in the caravan, the faster supplies will finish. You can see how many days supplies have left on the travel display on the screen. Time. Nope, time for a new game. But why does it keep thinking I'm... Oh, I see. That's what's going on. Okay, next game shall be... Actually, I really want to play Sheltered. I'm starting to feel a little bit drowsy, so I want to get through Sheltered, maybe do some Mecha Story, and I would love to play either some Town of Salem if Black Over's up to it, or some Soma. Whoops. Ah! I keep hitting the wrong button when I'm doing that. There we go. Customize family. In Sheltered, you look after a family of 2 adults and 2 children. Before you begin, you can customize how each individual looks and set their traits, also their stats, traits, blah blah blah. Oops. Zerg, why are you doing that to Black Over? Psychopaths will let you know when they're on edge. They're nice like that. That is an awesome tip. It almost seems relevant to this group. I hate tutorials. If I don't have to play them, I just kind of muddle my way through. Ah. Mostly working on figuring out what each of the controls do instead of really doing anything particular. I mean, in theory, I know that's what tutorials before, but I hate tutorials if I don't have to use them. Yeah, there's more down here. No, I had work to work late tonight, and then I was working on this. So I'll make sure to check on before tomorrow's session. Generator. Ooh, I see a bunny rabbit up there. Looks like food to me. Too bad that dog's not a catch dog. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. Zombies! Oh, that's why. Duh. I forget there was already beds in here somewhere. My bad. Ah. Now this one's called Sheltered. Yep, still part of the Humble Bundle. This one was Soma, Sheltered, Banner Saga, Town of Salem, which I already have, some other game that it looks interesting, and some wrestling game which doesn't look interesting at all. Oh, the dog can sleep anywhere, that's cool. No, I haven't. Okay, how do I clean up the dog's nest? Evidently, that's not something I can do. Okay. Sleeping time for you. Hey then, how's it going? How's work? Ooh, adorable little bunny. I don't get to hurt you? Okay. No hunting bunnies in this. Still kind of lousy, but well enough to do a stream, so. I am doing a stream. I put Muffin's bucket. Huh. Ah, that's how that works. That's probably better if I'd actually done the smart thing of doing the tutorial. Where the hell can I place these things? Wait. Yep, well... It's like playing The Sims, the Sims way back in the day, when the Sims would refuse to do anything whenever they were totally miserable, and then they would die of, like, starvation and shit. Because they wouldn't cook for themselves, they wouldn't call for pizza. Man, everybody's gonna starve to death already, so... Oh no, I see. Oh, that's what I was seeing. Nope, I must have accidentally said yes. I mean, these people basically can't take care of themselves, so... That's from this earlier Sims. How did they fill the food bill? How was the dog starving? I'll send you guys do some, okay. wonder how to upgrade the look of this place. Because obviously, if more people can join your shelter, then you should, in theory, be able to dig out the shelter. What's switching? Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we can use toilet. Okay, so these people apparently do some random things on their own. That's good to know. Large storage at maximum capacity. Drinking water. Yay for reflush. I'll tell him to keep washing that out. Ah, that's how that works. I need to find cement somehow. Plastic. Oh, that'd be cool to bake. There's this random dude that this is. Open bucket, that really helps. Yeah, he looks like he's very, very tired. And yeah, clean stuff, so it's not so many rats. Of course, the rats can be useful. I mean, dog can eat. They're food too. Put me out of food. We have to figure out something. It's like that rope. Okay, how do I get in the... Ooh, that truck. What if I can use rat traps as a way of getting food? Radiation poisoning. Nice. Radiation poisoning is not a good thing. Yay, it's raining, which means water supplies are being restored. Ah, okay, that's how that happens. Yep. Time to send this guy out into the wasteland. See if he comes back with anything. He's gonna die without food. I'm really feeding the dog. Sounds like a good reason to search location. Yay! Oh, poor dog. Look at seeing more food than other people do. What good are you, dog? You should have been a cat. You'd be eating the rats. Yay. Things getting broken all the time. I wish I could. My copy of this War of mine was working. Fortunately, I think with the latest upgrade to Windows 10, it's become incompatible with it or something. It keeps crashing every time I try it. Alright. Let's go for a different game now. Let's see what else we got here. Shelter's pretty cool. Let's see. Up for any Town of Salem? Or shall I play Epi Story? First, see what this little thing is. Now, there's chat messages. Some of those are chat messages people are just sending me. But I'm in the middle of gaming, so. Wasteland Foil Training? Oh, it's for Sheltered. This one is for Banner Saga. Nice. Fundamentally. Okay. Let's see if it'll show up on my screen. Okay. Let's see, statistics. Oh, that's new. Yeah, I've played a lot of ranked games, that did I? Oh, one game is the Jailer. Oh, excuse me. So how's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, I just sent you an invite. Yay! So I'm not sure if you got to start any of these yet, but I'll start you off with some classic. See if we get stuck in the same group. Well, I know there was like 30 seconds difference right now between you hearing me and anything going on in the game. But I always use the same name, so. And everybody uses like random names, and some use theme names, and others use. Or else the game just gives them random names. Oops, I should really turn the music on because there's currently no music playing. I have to fix my options. I'm usually like watching something. Ooh, Vigilante. Nice. It means I have to figure out who to play. Nice. Players win more games. Really does depend. If I was playing with Jester, I'd really try to get myself hanged by being an asset. Of course, that doesn't backfire if I try to kill you at night. Oh, right, there we go. There's the music. So which one are you, Blackover? I'm really starting to get used to where the echoes go in these headphones. Everything just sounds different for the headphones than they normally would. Serial killer stabbed one there. What happened to my dragon pet? Holy Puma. Okay, I'm gonna go shoot them since they're clearly. Hopefully that wasn't you, Blackover. But then again, if you're new to the game, you probably wouldn't have said something like that. Of course, there might be a really bad sheriff who notices that I just happen to have guns, and but we'll find out. Ooh, Holy Puma was immune. Double hit on Jack Norris. Nice. Okay, Blackie, I'm coming for you next. I'm gonna try shooting at you next, Blackie, because you also think that I'm Mafia, which means that you're probably Mafia with Holly Luna. Which means are they gonna try to get me hanged, or are they gonna target me tonight? Yeah, I had no way to know what you are, Papyrus. So don't go swearing at me. And Papyrus is really the sheriff. Nice. Had to write that in just to make sure. Oh, whoops. Forgot to reflect game. Oops. I accidentally shot myself. At least I got an achievement for that. I knew you would, Black River. I've got a lot of time put into this game, too. Yeah, like I said, Blackie is clearly Mafia. So I was definitely not switched the first night, which means... Well, he's dead. Derp King? Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't. I couldn't see your name. I was just looking at the colors. Welcome to the stream. Scooby-Doo is really quiet. Why are people voting on Scooby-Doo now? So let's have an evening going. Scooby-Doo was the medium, it looks like. If that's the case, the jailer was an idiot. Look, Scooby-Doo is a rare. Nice. That's why they were talking. They're probably talking to the mouse to the jailer. Where'd he go, jailer? Yep. Finally feeling well enough to chat. Yeah, you need a shiny Charizard. I don't think it'll matter, I think everybody else is not town. Actually, no, there's the jailer. There's... Okay, Let Me Rock is the jailer. Good. You know how many people are left, then you know that you should put... Oh wait, there's also John Hawthorne. one of them's the medium's an idiot. Hmm. Huh. I guess. Wow. Yeah, Famous gotta be the serial killer. That'd be sweet town to win, even though I've been dead for a while. I'm gonna get the achievement for shooting myself by accident. I've been winning that achievement for a while, but I never get to play vigilante, and even when I do, I rarely get to shoot anybody. This time because I kept getting voted on by the one guy. Seriously, how was he immune then? Everyone's dead. God, it's just awesome. You're the serial killer. That is awesome, Blackover. Yeah, the serial killer's a fun role to play. See, I was convinced it was Puma because they were immune to my attack. I didn't think about the fact that they could have been an executioner trying to get me killed. You don't want to play another game? Okay, one more game of Town of Salem. This time I'm going to do all any, just chaotic and awesome. Love the icon there, Black River. That's right, I still got the vampire school thing turned on. Yeah, but I can never get to be a vampire when that happens. Multiple executioners can have the same target, but they can't have the same spy or mayor as a target. They can't have the spy or the mayor as a target. Interesting. Oh man, your customization is awesome, Black Arrow. Darn it, we're now on the same team. I'm gonna make you be all silent, Black River. What, you got serial killer again? Wow. One of these massive people do their jobs. The arsonist. Arsonists are awesome. Oh, that's right. Can't have no mafia. Scott was a mafia. She's already dead, which means I know there has at least a mafioso and a godfather. Actually, it's not godfather this time. It's the mafioso. What? People mess my name up a lot. Gotta love werewolves and vampires. Vampires are relatively new to the game. I guess there's no werewolves unless they decide to stay home and night too. That seems like a waste of an opportunity. Don't have enough information. Not sure what window cleaner is. Or snack for that matter. I'm thinking maybe they're jesters, but who knows. Wonder if they were dead. Oh, I wanted to be. Never mind. Oh, there's a transporter. Wow, that transporter's getting busy. Oh, no, no, nah. Oh, there's my little dragon. Eh. Darn it. I thought it was going to be Jester. I have to go for window cleaner, but they're probably going to get target me. It happens all the friggin' time. Back over, no! Sorry. Sorry, Black Overjack, but the Mafia decided to target you. I tried to protect them out of it. Told them to go for Dream instead, although that wouldn't have helped since they were being killed by the Jester anyway. Who are you investigating? Well, I guess the transporter switched you. No, if the transporter switched you, the veteran would have killed the transporter. Jolin actually went after you. Oh no, wait, yeah, yeah, sorry. Jolin's one of this guy. So Jolin's a mafioso. By the way, Black Driver, when you play investigators in the future, you want to write down things in your last will, and basically say night 1, night 2, and basically say who you're investigating, what investigation reveals. That way, when you die, they'll have a record. Yay! Let's see now. Let's try this epistory thing. Whoops. Sorry. Oh, this apparently has something to do with the origami.
Once upon a time, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. There was a girl. As she rode upon the back of a great fox, but they were lost. They had always been lost. Until a path appeared, and so she followed.
People on the two changes pretty often.
Was the path leading her? Or was she leading it? She didn't know. It was just there. All of a sudden, she knew where she was. She was home. The woods had sheltered her as a child. The path was blocked before her.
Oh, okay, that's how that works.
Path stretched deeper into the forest. She remembered animals frolicking in the glade. She remembered planting flowers. She felt the woods begin to wake up around her. Who? Where? Why? What? She remembered exploring the twisted path. The more she remembered, the stronger she felt.
Yeah. She remembered discovering precious stones. She would have to burn the brambles before she could pass through them. She remembered finding magical things in the undergrowth. Dangers awaited beyond the forest. Sensing a terrible wrongness, she looked up, and fire fell from the sky. Had a star died? Had the moon fallen? She didn't know, but she
She wasn't home anymore. Chitinous chattering creatures began to appear. Insectile things which sought to hurt her. With her sagging claws and gnashing maws. They should not have been here.
Yes, it is typing it. Very odd typing, but it's not.
The trees began to give way to ash and char. She headed towards the source of fire, because if she didn't, we would. This was where the meteor had struck. The path ended here. Or did it begin? She found herself alone, lost in darkness. Fire roared behind her. The meteorite had buried itself deep. Wicked things crept from its dark core. Briar and bramble blocked her path. Ancient paintings covered the walls, telling the story of another world. Another light.
Oh yeah. I'm usually good at that, but
Loneliness seeps out of them.
that's kind of cool. I've never seen one.
Daddy, look!
That's
Why if we don't save it?
like this was, RPG element.
The cavern closed in around her, suffocating. darkness, like fear manifest.
Okay.
And only fire could save her.
Fire is your friend.
She saw something across the lava, a power which the meteor could not destroy. Something new flowed from the bank. It burned away the loneliness inside. Revealed new paths all around her.
We'll be friends now. I'll look after you. I promise.
The maze began to crumble before her. Nothing could stand in her way now. paintings began to look familiar to her. The cavern opened up before her, like a cathedral. Even here, there were precious things, just waiting to be discovered. And there stood the meteor's heart. Braced herself for the final onslaught. Before long, the fires calmed, a stillness descended, and her heart danced a new beat.
Awesome.
She emerged once more into the light, though the ground would be forever marked. Green shoots of new life surrounded her. Foulness still festered here. The bitter taste of corruption clung to the land like a scar. To the north stretched the forest. Heavy smells of pine and moss drew her closer. And then she saw the shadow within. The forest was a place of light and peace, but she barely recognized it, beneath the darkness of shadow and silk. The forest resisted her approach. She knew its secret language. The forest opened to her with heavy hearts. The woods thinned, growing shy. She began to fear the emptiness, more than she feared the shadows. she helps the forest to grow.
Write our initials in the bark. Then we'll be together forever.
They came from Nest of Darkness. But she was strong before them. And the forest sighed in relief.
What's going on? Why won't you answer me?
The forest closed to her once more. She didn't understand why.
I haven't missed that. I know I'd like to round out the evening with a little bit of Soma. Because I haven't played it in like 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, something like that. I'd very much like to play some more. Oh, here it is. Right there in a sec. like an undersea science fiction psychological horror game. It's pretty awesome. I love ninjas. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out when I was about 7. So, of course, I was obsessed with it at the time. Oh, no. It's definitely not amnesia. That's right. Alright, last off that. What is it, little buddy? I just have to remember what the hell I was doing last. Let's see. Like other games, you don't actually get much of a clue of what the hell you're doing.
Strasky, we can see the Zeppelin now.
Good. Sorry about the mess. Without the positioning system, the Zeps just keep losing their set routes. Fulton did say that you could have fixed it on your side by redigging the antenna. Guess it doesn't matter now. Are all of you coming?
No, just me, Goy, and Creer. Akers is set up being a stubborn old man.
All right. See you soon, Brandon. Happy evac.
It's set in the future. Basically, it starts off with this guy in Canada who was in an accident where someone else in the car died, but he was hurt too, and so he's going through what he thinks is a brain scan for the accident. Next thing he knows, he's waking up in this weird undersea place, and we've gotten to the point where he's definitely discovered that this weird undersea place.
Probably for the best.
Well,
I'm sure
in the
I trust
future,
the shuttle train anymore.
is using brain scans of human beings to recreate them, essentially in order to save what's left of humanity. And so he's figured out that somehow the brain scan that was taken of this guy in an accident 100 years before somehow ended up at this deep sea facility. At least that's what the indication is. There's also always the possibility that there's something else waiting in the wings, but that's the most likely explanation, that somehow this guy out of town, basically out of time, for his brain scan about time, is the only hope that the facility has. very compelling story. Science fiction, psychological horror, good stuff. And it's all underwater because the surface has pretty much been wiped out by a comet.
Yeah. You're so full of shit, Brandon. I've seen you when payload manager Alice Coster shows up.
Hey, you!
Make yourself useful. You'd let her manage your payload? What? That doesn't even make sense. Come on. Stop messing around and get back to work.
This is the human legend uploaded into various machinery. But another one of those fast fighting games. I'll tell you enjoying this. The light's hurting my eyes. Flesh inside my salvation. Let it remove them, stop. Sorry, I think I was just mumbling. Studying to watch why I've claimed Delta. Half a year ago, I've been worried that I'd have Goya and Juan clean the blood from the machinery. Now, its crusty surfaces seem complement even outshine what Delta was. Sounds like these people are going crazy. My reflection in the black blood of our warden whispers, I need to save them from this hell. Let them sleep. Lock them in the lucid dreams I've seen. Maybe that'll help some. Fuck being shiny, which means okay, I can't get into that. There's nothing else here. Fucked into each other. Good for them.
Forget it, Akers. I'm not playing with you anymore. As if chess wasn't boring enough. You just have to go and win in 4 moves or whatever.
Hello, crab. Beautiful details of the crab. I don't like the killer crabs that want to eat me in No Man's Sky. to remember if there's any way of finding out what it was I needed to do next. Hello, little crab.
Come in, Stratsky. Can you hear me? Theta, listen. Akers is headed for Theta.
So I need to head to Theta.
Stratsky, it's Como Rigby. Akers has gone mad. He's dangerous. Stratsky.
Sorry, Delta. Still no audio. Try calling from another access point.
Stratsky, I can try setting. I have pictures.
So what I need to do is I need to head to Theta. Up to Theta we go. I can figure out which direction it is. There's no way to tell north, south, east, and west. I'm gonna need some alternative transportation to get there. Here's the Zelda station. But the transportation. Ooh, stuff down there.
Did you move the outer shields? No, the Sin one, the Yielder. Yeah, I know it's not technically a shield. Never mind, I found it.
Poor guy, reliving the same conversations over and over again. Same pattern.
You saw that, right? You saw Akers fucking injecting that shit into them?
He got me pretty bad.
I think I made it worse pulling away. I can feel it bleeding out. Can you see him?
Fuck. He got on the Zeppelin. He's going back to Theta.
We need to find some way of getting on the Zeppelin ourselves. Get to Theta. Or really be a transport. Zeppelin process. buttons. Broken antenna that needs adjusting. Yeah, this is where we came in, I believe. Yeah, it's the one I couldn't open.
Why would you want to go to Theta? Might be a small fish in a big pond, you know.
Yeah, they keep going around in circles in this place. You get lost a lot in these sort of games. That happens all the time in RPGs, too. Those are the ones that don't give you a lot of different choices that you don't get lost into. Yeah, I'm just kind of wandering around in a circle here. Wandering around. That's what it is. It's like a manually adjusted, apparently. Okay, that's where I'm at now. Okay, so I want to go north and a little bit west. What's that showing me? The camera rate is definitely around the edge here. Because it's probably right next to where I was actually looking at. Ah, that could be it. Well, maybe that over there. Huh. This is a new place. Oh, look, toilet. I hate that. Can't figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do next. Nope, evidently that won't work even if I feel something that will be close, but... Oh, little bot. Oh, still a body over here.
Peter, can you hear me?
I hear you, Terry. I mean, Mr. Akers, sir.
I've changed my mind. I would like to come to Peter.
I think that's enough of that. Getting tired and I got a lot to do tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for paying attention to all this, and hope you like the demonstration of the Humble Bundle monthly games. Have yourself a good night, and see you again soon.